You will not believe the report that just came out today for your Cleveland Browns, and it involves the head coach search. Welcome in to the Browns Report. I am your host, Joey O'Donohue. Pleased to be with you again on this wonderful Thursday afternoon, and we are pushing to another milestone, 67,000 subscribers. I know. Everybody's going to love it when we get there, okay? We're 684 subs away. Hit that subscribe button. Daily Cleveland Browns content. It's free to subscribe. At some point, you got to do it for the meme, right? I mean, no one's safe once I get there. Every single time I read one of these, I'm going to be doing it. Hit that sub button. Appreciate you all tuning in with me. So let's get to the report from Josina Anderson, who has called a lot of head coach rumors in years past, and we just got a bombshell report here, quite frankly. She says, I'm told there's been recent interest expressed, at the very least, in speaking with Bill Belichick on an exploratory basis from two teams, per league source. My understanding is Belichick has upper-level personnel still fond of him in Atlanta, New York, Cleveland, whilst all struggling teams going through customary evaluations this time of year. Additionally, I'm told up to 7 more teams are monitoring potential change at head coach. The Giants and Titans are open, and up to 3 to 4 more teams are considering change at general manager at this time. The Miami Dolphins already have a GM vacancy. Major reports here from Josina. She says all teams are doing their evaluation right now at this time, and 3 to 4 more are considering changes. The first part is that Stefanski's job is clearly being evaluated here, folks. I think there's some serious... The seat's hotter than it's ever been. Let's put it that way in Cleveland, okay? The rumors have never been this hot about Stefanski potentially getting fired, leaving Cleveland, whatever the case may be. That's something to monitor here going forward. I mean, it seems like this could be happening this year or next year. I mean, you had Mary Kay, a reporter, had asked Kevin Stefanski about it at a press conference earlier in the week, finally being brought up to him. Stefanski, he looks checked out. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know if you watched him on the sideline of that Bears game. Dude, Bo's not in it anymore. He might want to leave Cleveland is where we're at here. And back-to-back losing seasons now for the Cleveland Browns. Back-to-back 3-win seasons at the moment. Most coaches don't get that many chances. So this could really be happening. But the next part of this, that's crazy. That's shocking everybody's world. The Browns are interested in Bill. Bringing back Bill Belichick. Can you believe it? Coaching UNC football right now. Will he make a return to the National Football League? It really could happen. We had thought originally there was no chance Belichick was going to coach in the NFL. We had reports from Adam Schefter that Belichick has not and will not pursue any NFL head coaching vacancies. And look, I trust Schefter a lot as a reputable source, but he was wrong about the Cleveland Browns just a couple months ago, right? On trade deadline day, he says the Browns are more likely to be buyers than sellers this week. The Browns do not sound inclined to trade tight end David Njoku. He got that right. But they have been calling around the league, still looking to add quality young players to their roster. Remember that? We all got excited. We're going to be buyers on deadline day. What happened on deadline day? You traded Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. This was the big move. We got a 6th-round pick. Adam, you were incorrect about this one. I mean, this was the only move we made on deadline day after being told we would be buyers. So, no, you can't always trust everything he says, meaning a new, fresh report that comes out today, December 18th, is something to jump up and down about here. This could be a possibility. Remember, Browns fans, I know some of you older than I am, you probably watched Bill Belichick coach this football team from 1991 to 1995. You can comment down below if you were watching at this time, if this picture looks familiar to you. But he was in Cleveland. Sort of got run out towards the end of it, the end of his tenure there, right? And, obviously the team got sold. Art Modell, everybody hates him. But Browns Bill Belichick, the records when he was in Cleveland, oddly similar. Kevin Stefanski, you could argue, 91, 6-10, 7-9, 7-9. Then was the big 11-5 season. We all got juiced up. And then you flip it, 5-11, and now you're out of town. That's what happens. That's what I'm saying. Most coaches don't get this many losing seasons in a row like Kevin Stefanski has. But I digress. Bill in Cleveland is what it looked like. Now, after he left Cleveland, I mean, he just went on to have a field day, succeeding in the National Football League as a 6-time Super Bowl champion. That's an NFL record for head coaches, ladies and gentlemen. He's a 3-time coach of the year as opposed to Stefanski's 2. And got the most playoff wins as a head coach, 31. And everybody thought, well, is that more Belichick? Is that more Brady? At the time, you couldn't argue against the two of them. They both were having incredible success, and Belichick looked like he was the GOAT coach for a while. Hence, probably this Josina report that the Browns think of him fondly. He is older, though. It's a different Bill, right? He's 73 years old. We got his girlfriend's age on the graphic, 24 years old. And his football record at UNC right now, 4-8. It seems like he's lost a step. I've seen that North Carolina team get blown out here. I think he's a little bit more distracted. He's got some other things going on. He's in the news for other reasons. Some rumors. Jordan's running his life. I don't know. I won't speculate. But those are the facts of the situation here. And that's the age difference. Anyways, are you in? Should the Cleveland Browns pursue Bill Belichick? Bring him back? A reunion? Big Bill? You tell me, Browns fans. Type Y for yes. Type N for no. But apparently Cleveland is interested in making this happen if Stefanski's fired, at least at an exploratory level, according to our source. So let me know if you would be in on that at all. Give me yes or no in the comment section. Coming up, more news from today as we look ahead to the Buffalo game. Shedeur getting another start. We're going to talk about what else we got news-wise from today. But first, I want to give a special shout-out to today's sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. It is the holiday season. It's the best time of year. Sports, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It is all happening at once. And while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, which game to watch, there is one place where it feels good to be right. Prize Picks. I love this app, man. It's a lot of fun. I win money covering the Browns. It helps me know what picks to make. Now I know to take less on all Cleveland Browns when we play a good defense. And by the way, new feature alert. Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. I'm a little worried about what James Cook is about to do to our defense. More than 15.5 as his longest rush. Less than 70.5 rushing yards for Quinshon Judkins. He hasn't gotten close to that the past 2 games. And more than half the passing touchdown for Shedeur Sanders. I think he is going to try his hardest to get in there this week. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Got some injury news for the Buffalo Bills game this Sunday. Week 16. Who's in? Who's out? Who's playing? Who's not? Here's the inkling that we have. Back at practice for the Cleveland Browns, Myles Garrett had a rest day on Wednesday. I have no doubt that he is suiting up to play. He's chasing that record, man. It's going to be electric. Joel Bitonio back at practice, which is good news. He played last week. He was the only day one starter on the offensive line last Sunday against Chicago, so we could use him. And Tevin Jenkins is back at practice. This is big. He got hurt in the Bears game, actually looked relatively solid before the injury. We could really use him back out there, and so could Shedeur Sanders. The NFL sack record that Myles Garrett is ready to break. It's the single-season sack record set by Michael Strahan in 2001. T.J. Watt tied it in 2021. Myles Garrett now stands alone at 6th place with 21.5 sacks in one season. With 3 games left, 1 sack ties it, 1.5 breaks it. We're about to watch greatness, and I think it happens against Buffalo. I've seen Josh Allen get sacked, I believe 7-8 times when he played Houston. Myles will be back there all day long. I got him going for 1.5/2 sacks this Sunday. We're going to watch history. Do you agree with me? Will Myles break the record on Sunday? Give me a B for break. Give me a D, pause, for doesn't if you don't think he gets it done this Sunday. Maybe you think he only gets 1. He does it the week after. That's fine. But comment the letter. I think he's breaking it. I'm typing my B. Also at practice on Thursday, a couple names that sat out. Jack Conklin again with a concussion again. Did not practice. Denzel Ward, unfortunately, did not practice. He missed last week's game, got that calf injury still. But he said to the media that he wants to play. He's planning to play this week, and if not this week, it will be next week, I would imagine, for sure. Dylan Sampson is did not practice either. Might have a broken hand, the rumors are speculating, but we'll keep you updated on his status. Love having him as a 1-2 punch with Judkins, so it'd be great if we could get him back. David Njoku did not practice again with that knee injury, but Fannin looks like an absolute beast. Kind of flourished last Sunday without him. And Mike Hall, 2 Sundays ago, I should say. Mike Hall, illness, did not practice either. We'll monitor his status. Something about the Bills that I don't think a lot of people realize. Their defense is great. Specifically, their run defense, I would say. They give up 143.1 rushing yards per game. That's 3rd most in the National Football League. This should be a Judkins day. If it was earlier in the season, I'd say no doubt I'd be taking the more on Judkins. But how can you right now when the last 2 games he's averaging 1.8 yards per carry? Folks, 47 yards combined in 2 games. The last 2 Sundays. It's not like the running back that we saw early on in this season. And part of that's the offensive line. Absolutely. It's just tough sledding. Tough to get things going. He's being met in the backfield immediately. Can't really do much when you just hit on impact. So it's tough sledding here. But if there's a day that we can expose Buffalo and people that don't realize their defense is slightly overrated, I think today is that day, this Sunday. And I think it's going to be a good recipe for Shedeur then, right? If Buffalo's run defense is that bad and running lanes start to open up, because I imagine they're going to do what other teams do, stack the box, make Shedeur beat you. When Shedeur hits a couple, that's going to open things up for Judkins to run rampant later in the game, I would imagine. So look out for Sanders to have a couple touchdowns, a little Shedeur versus Josh Allen juice. Come on, I think it's going to be a better game than we think. It's not going to be like that Bears game. At least, please, God, don't let it be like that. Give us some intrigue. I think they will. Tell me who you got winning. Type CLE if you got the Browns coming away with the dub this Sunday. Type BUF. Type Buff if you think the Buffalo Bills are going to win. I get you. A lot of experts are going to pick the Bills. But why not us? We'll be live for it. Hopefully we can get this upset, get some positive momentum going into next season. Folks, thank you so much for rocking with me here on today's show. Give me a follow at Joey070 over on X. And as always, hit that subscribe button. I do videos every single day. 2 of them today. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Hit that sub button if you're a real one. And I'll see you next time.